anyone will need to ask anything, you can just post it in the chat box because of more number of members, though we don't have now, but we've just kept the mic off for everyone. All right. So, welcome everyone to today's session of Google Notebook LM. This is Dr. Vishal Varia, leader for GEG Ahmedabad. Together with me is Abdul Mohammed.
Yeah, I am from GEG Trivandrum.
Thanks, Abdul. Glad to join. So just imagine, let us just start with the session. Something brief about Notebook LM. But before we start about Notebook LM, just imagine you have a tool where you can upload some data and you can just interact. Okay, say for example, just imagine you can upload a PDF. You're doing a research and you want to go for, say, a literature review. Okay, and you want to see that in your PhD, how this literature review is helpful. Okay, so that you can accordingly then add that data into your review, in your material, thesis. So just imagine you got a tool and you can just upload the number of review PDFs over there, and you can just discuss that what is important in that particular PDF. So this tool, Notebook LM, is a tool with artificial intelligence. Okay, without referring a book in detail, just by uploading a PDF of that book onto this tool, you can interact about the book or about the content with this particular Notebook LM AI. This is an AI tool developed by Google. It's a brilliant tool. Say if you are a teacher and if you want to prepare a question paper, okay, and you don't have time to prepare a question paper, just imagine you upload the syllabus, or you upload the chapter content. Say for example, you want to take a 30 marks chapter test, okay, and you upload that chapter PDF, and you can just mention there, create a question paper of 30 marks having objective based questions from this chapter, and you get a ready-made question paper with you. Okay, so this is a tool with immense possibilities. So basically, for learning, okay, for teachers, for research, this tool has got seamless possibilities. Today we shall be understanding about this tool, and then we will be seeing the practical case studies. So Notebook LM is an ultimate AI tool for understanding information. Okay, to join Notebook LM, you have to click notebooklm.google.com. I shall be shortly sharing how to start with Notebook LM. Okay, so this is it. Like just if said docs.google.com, similarly slides.google.com, we have got notebooklm.google.com. Okay, how does it work? You can see this is a console, a small console, a picture. Okay, where you go on the left pane, leftmost pane, you have the sources that you can add over here. This is the content it is taking into consideration, and this is an area where shortcuts, where you can have different tools over here. I'll tell you what it is. This is a chat area as well. This is a chat area. Okay, so upload sources, websites, slides, docs, PDFs, text, audio, YouTube URLs, you can upload there. Chat with your sources. Notebook will give you grounded information based on the sources. Create audio overviews, story guides, FAQs, briefing docs, paper outlines, etc. Key benefits of Notebook LM: keeps your data private and secure. Okay, it is grounded information that you can trust. Why it is grounded information? Because the information you are receiving in this Notebook LM is basically taken out from the PDF document that you have uploaded. So here the AI will not have any bias, like it is taking it from any website source or any content from outside the website, or on internet content. It is taking from an authentic source. Your PDF, it's a book, or it's a content, it has got an author, it has got a content on it, and based on it you are getting the information. Okay, you can take information to insights into a snap. it is multimodal and multilingual. That also we shall see. Unfortunately, we don't have much of Indian languages there. There are a lot of international languages. So it keeps your data private and secure. Your personal data is not reviewed or used to train NotebookLM. For Google Workspace users, we do not log queries or answers, so data is always private to the user. Grounded information, you can trust NotebookLM grounds itself in your sources with inline citations for accuracy, transparency, and trust. So this is something very much useful if you're a PhD scholar. Okay, if you want to go for a citation, if you go to like a review of the literature, okay, it will also give you citation. Okay, from information to insights in a snap. Okay, materials become more approachable with NotebookLM's powerful summarization features. Okay, so for example, this is a physics. Okay, one content symbol university. This content is there, and you can say how does energy transformation govern physics concepts. Okay, and it will give you the answers based on the text. Multimodal and multilingual. Experience the future of AI research or across many modalities, that is text, graphs, images, audio, and in 100% languages. With one click, audio overviews can turn your sources into engaging, interactive audio discussions led by 2 AI hosts. Okay, so it will generate a documentary. Okay, I'll show you everything. There are many ways to use NotebookLM. One is academic resources, multimodal teaching and learning, multimodal teaching and learning, scale support for staff and students, and as a research partner, that is organize, summarize information from large bodies of literature, brainstorm and generate ideas, collaborate on writing, and more. So there are many ways you can use NotebookLM. We shall be seeing most of those ways as well. Okay, now there are two variations. Okay, NotebookLM and NotebookLM Plus. So there are two ways you can use Notebook. So if you're using a personal account, a personal Gmail account, just as in you can create a free Gmail, okay, then you can make use of NotebookLM. NotebookLM Plus is basically for the paid users who use Google Workspace for education plus. It is even for workspace for education, you got fundamentals, you got teaching learning, and then you have got one other variant and education plus. So for the paid version or the topmost premium version, NotebookLM Plus is there. What is the difference? NotebookLM is built with Gemini 2.0, uploads PDF, websites, Google Docs, and slides, creates one-click summaries, generates audio overviews and listens to on the go, asks questions for deeper insights and get answers. If you're using NotebookLM Plus, you get 5x more audio overviews, notebooks, and sources per notebook. So if you're using a free notebook, you can upload 50 sources. Okay, I'll show you how it is uploading. Customize, style the length of your notebook. Create shared notebooks with your team and get usage analysis, additional privacy and security. Okay. So I shall be now guiding through the notebook demonstration. Are you able to visualize my image? Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
So to open NotebookLM, you have to type notebooklm.google.com. If you are using it for the first time, you will be asked to log in. Okay. So when you are using it for the first time, you'll get this message, welcome to NotebookLM. Okay, and so. Keep me updated. You can just click on it and just say okay. Okay. So I'm logged into my browser. This is my login ID. So it is not asking me to log in. Otherwise, it will ask you to log into your say Gmail ID. Okay. So create your first notebook, upload documents, and NotebookLM will answer. Convert complex material to easy. Okay. Add key resources. So create. So before we see, this is the console of notebook. Here you can add sources. It is untitled notebook at this time. It will fetch the title based on the sources that you apply. Here is the chat area. You can, whatever information is uploaded, it will create a summary of it and it will show it here and you can chat with it. Okay, this is a studio, deep dive into conversation. And here is the area of notes. You can add notes. I'll give an example. So to add sources, you have to click on add source. Okay, you can drag and drop. So I've got some content ready. Okay, so I've got this Okay, so there is a book called World Economic Forum Future of Jobs Report. So I'm taking this particular book and I'm posting it over here. So now it is creating a summary. It will take some time to create it. Until it will show it as untitled notebook. So now you can see that summary is already there. Future of jobs reports to 25 skills and employment outlook. Okay. So this is it. I can just type something, a simple basic question. What is this PDF content about? Simple, and I can just press enter. Okay, so here it shows this PDF contains the World Economic Forum's future of job reports, everything. Okay, here are some key aspects of reports content: drive of labor market transformation, okay, jobs outlook, skills outlook, workforce strategies. Okay, so it is giving me something. So here you can see this save to a note. When you click on this, here there is a note that will be created. See, if I say save to note, here it is, the note is created. So this first content, okay, is also created as a note. So if at all I am doing any research, I can directly click on this and it can show me that this is I have saved. So whatever research you want to save, you can save it in this particular manner as a note. Okay. So another question, say according to this report, which are the top 10 skills in demand for 2025? So top skills in demand, very quickly it says. Okay. Another way you can save is you can create an add note. Okay. Now it is a new note. I can just give it. I can give it a title, say top 10 skills for 2025. Okay. And I can just go down, copy it over here. I can click here and I can just paste. So this is again, so this is another note I have saved over here. Okay. Which are the top highest paying jobs according to this report? Okay. So according to this particular report, the top 10 highest paying jobs, okay, they have mentioned it over here. Okay, if it is not clear, you can just mention list out the top 10 highest paying jobs. So, okay, so here it is, based on the reports finding highly specialized roles, requiring extensive training and education. Okay, largest marginal mean, okay, pharmacists, lawyers, and biologists over here, laboratory technicians, security guards, and okay, real estate brokers, technology related roles, big data specialists, fintech engineers, okay, and wage premium skills and experience. So these are different kind of so jobs in highly specialized fields, particularly in technology, and those require significant skills and experience, okay, are likely to be among highest paying. So it is giving me some insights over here. Okay, so this is how you can make use of this thing. The best important part is, if you want, you can create an audio overview of this. Okay, just click, see audio overview. Over here, it will show you the generating conversation based on one source. This is the one source we have imported over here. It will take some time. Okay. Meanwhile, let me just see if I got another content. I will add that content over here as well.
So sometimes it takes up to 10 minutes to create. It depends on the topic.
Yes.
Uh,
Depends upon the size of the, you see, the summary, basically. Okay. So this is one way you can make use of it. When minimal it is creating, we can just also say, so these are, okay. Over here, these are skills, okay. Create a graph of top skills for 2025. So it may not necessarily create a graph, but it will show you that how you can create that graph. Okay. So top skills, analytical skills with the exact percentage. See how you can see here it is showing these things. Analytical thinking skills 70%, rank scored. So it whatever if suppose there is a graph already there into the content, and it will accordingly extract the content from the PDF file. Okay, if such content is not there, and it will automatically suggest you that how you can create a graph of it. Now I can also just create an add note. Okay, I can just copy this, or you can say mention this is saved as a note. Okay, you can directly save it. So here it goes over here. So meanwhile, the audio is generated, you can still continue to interact with this particular source. There is another book that I wanted to share with you, adding over it.
so the audio file has been generated.
Okay. So let us try to listen this.
So, you've pointed us towards some really interesting stuff for this deep dive.
Yeah.
Is it
Looking
audible?
at where the world of work is heading.
Absolutely.
And specifically, we've got the World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs Report 2025.
Yes.
And this isn't just like some small little
So
survey.
it
This
will
is some serious
give a
data.
conversation.
We're
Two
talking
people are
over
conversing.
1,000 employers
You.
representing 14 million workers.
Yeah.
Across 22 industries.
Wow.
And 55 economies.
So global.
So global, right?
Yeah.
So really, our mission for this deep dive is to extract the most crucial insights for you.
Yeah.
About the jobs landscape all the way up to 2030.
Yeah.
And really understand, what it means for.
So it has generated an
Absolutely.
audio. Of
And
30
this report
from
really does
1 to
offer a very robust data-backed perspective on these
It
shifts.
generated an audio of 30 minutes.
Yes. So it depends, completely depends upon the content and the summary of the PDF. Okay. So likewise, I'll give you one more example. Okay. So this is one thing. There are different sources. So what you need to do is this is has happened as one source. Now this particular future of job skills report and employment look, it is for skills. Now I want to create another, say, NotebookLM. I'll create a NotebookLM. So one particular report is already created over here. Okay, are you able to see? Okay, so when I reopen the NotebookLM, it is showing me that my notebooks only one particular report is already here. I can create a new, okay, and I can add. So I've got one particular file. which is based on Student Suicide Reports 2024. It's a small PDF. Okay. So now you can see, okay, what is this content about? Okay, suicide and epidemic sweeping India. Okay, this is persistent crisis, reported cases, all these things you can now create a document out of it. Okay, you can save it to note. Okay, what are the statistics for suicide as per this content? See, total suicide in India increased by 4.2%. Okay, in 2022. Over last 10 years to 20 years, increase average 2% annually. Okay, so directly it shows. See, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, likewise. You can directly create an audio content over here. Okay, audio overview. It will generate, and meanwhile we can start interacting with this. Okay, you can save it to note. India Student Suicides and Epidemic Volume 2. What are the reasons for student suicides? Poor mental health, symptoms of depression, disinterest. Okay. So how is it create a safe and inclusive space in schools, provide unwavering support for student mental well-being? Okay. Take the task force to mitigate risk factors and protective factors in key areas. The report mentions social stigma surrounding suicide, historical criminalization of attempted and assisted suicides. Okay. In summary, while the report provides comprehensive statistics and outlines initiatives to combat, it does not explicitly list reasons why students die by suicide. Okay. It includes links to poor mental health, suggests importance of addressing risk factors and family and school environments. So this is how basically you can interact with this. There's also another document pertaining to this. I'm uploading it over here again. Okay. You can see this report is generated.
Okay, so we're going to talk about something pretty heavy today.
See,
It's
now
this
see the
UNICEF
document,
report,
the
and it
audio is
says
now
1
for
in
10
7
minutes.
young people in
The audio,
India
is it audible?
between 15 and 24, they're experiencing poor mental health.
Wow.
Yeah, 1 in 7. That's a lot of people. And we're talking, depression, losing interest in things.
Right.
And get this, only 41% of those who need help actually get it.
Okay. Now see over here, I have initiated 2 files over here. Now I want to interact only with one particular PDF or with both PDF. I can select the sources. I want to have information from this. Okay. Now I selected this particular file, Student Quest Report Digital to 2024. I can just mention here what is this Quest Report for. So now whatever interaction will happen will based on the selection. Okay. So here annual Quest report aims to understand transformative trends in careers and college counseling and so on. Okay. According to this, what are the career trends? Shift towards technology, digital competence, emphasis on competency-based approach, integration of personal values in career choices, importance of career awareness exploration, non-linear career path, globalization, international opportunities. So it is giving a complete. If I want to have information from both these PDF, I have to select both the PDF. Okay, so likewise over here you can enter 50 sources in terms of PDF, in terms of YouTube things, in terms of some website. You can mention it over here. You can select all those sources. Okay, so over here, see, supported files as PDF, TXT, Markdown, audio. Okay, over here you can even paste some text on it. You can mention say link, website or YouTube. Okay, so there is a sort limit. Total 50 sources you can implement over here. Okay, so this is something about Notebook LM. Now I'm going to show you something very interesting. Okay, now again, I'm going to create a new Notebook LM. Okay, so when you create a new, again, I'm going to open notebooklm.google.com. So these are the two creates. Okay, now create new. Over here, this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a syllabus. So I'm uploading a syllabus of philosophy, which is a syllabus from MEd, Master of Education. I had this information in my mind. This is the course content syllabus, Philosophical and Sociological Foundations of Education. Okay. So again, what is this content about? So again, I'm going to generate over here. You can customize, okay, specific things to try. You can ask what AI to do. Okay, you can generate. So it is giving me a content overview. This content is going to overview philosophical and sociological foundations of education. So here it is metaphysics, epistemology, axiology, idealism, realism, pragmatism. Okay, over here, what is the difference between idealism and realism? Okay, so here, see, this is how it is. Idealism and realism, it is showing me the complete difference over here. Okay, now the beauty of this particular tool, okay, create a question paper of 30 marks, create an objective based question paper of 30 marks containing fill in the gaps, true, false, multiple choices, and each question carries 1 mark. Okay. See, fill in the gaps 10 marks. Okay. I can even mention over here, it is giving me, see, I can even mention that you can have to mention the keys. So it is here, it is false, it is false, it is true, it is false, this is true. Over here, see, multiple choices. This is the bolded thing is basically the answer for it changing. It's a key. Okay, so it's a paper with a key. So this particular PDF contains multiple chapters. If I want to restrict, okay, I will be same thing. Object question paper of 30 marks from chapter 1 containing fill in the gaps. Okay, I'll again click this. So here it will be changing, fill in the gaps. So now the question comes is only from chapter 1 of this particular PDF document. So the beauty of this, okay, the beauty of this particular tool is that it will create the content from, whatever type of questions you're going to ask, it is going to create a content out of it. Okay, so we'll just wait for a while for the this audio to be created. So now see, the audio is created.
Welcome to the deep dive, where we dive deep. You get all the good stuff from like a whole
This
pile
audio
of
is again for
sources,
30
but
minutes.
fast. Think of it as
So these are different types and ways you can make use of NotebookLM. Okay. And I would now hand over the session to Afzal to share us more practical case studies of NotebookLM. And in the meantime, I shall be handling the chat. If you've got any questions, you can just type in your chat box. Over to you, Afzal. I'm just stopping the presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. That was an awesome short time, like telling too much things in the very short period. Just to continue what sir was discussing, this is another notebook LM I just prepared. The topic here is about the thawing of polar frost, thermafrost, and this permafrost thawing is a big issue. The methane emission all around the world is increasing too much, and it is actually adding to the climate change. So this is a huge issue. And this what I just did is I searched Perplexity for a kinds of documents that I can find, and I found a few PDFs and also some YouTube videos, and so I added all of them into this document, this notebook, and it gave me this summary, and it also generated the audio. Now, a few things that I would like to add to this is there are some questions pre-generated by AI or this notebook LM that we can ask. So you can actually see some questions coming here. So if I click, there are some questions already suggested by AI. So I just selected one, and it is answering to that question. How can diverse risk assessment approach incorporate both scientific and indigenous knowledge? So the answer, obviously, as sir has shown, is there, but please see what these 1, 2, 3, 4 these numbers are. These are actually reference to the documents that I have already added. See, when we usually use Chat GPT or Gemini or any AI, the content actually comes from its own database. Like GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer, where this it is generating an output from a pre-trained data set. Okay, and it is going using a technology called a transformer. That's the high-tech part of it. So the middle word, that is that pre-trained, is what I am keen about. So what all these AIs have done is they have trained their systems in a vast pool of data that is available. Even Facebook says that all the books ever written has been added to Llama, the Facebook's AI. So that's how they have amassed all these data. But we, in this case, doesn't need that much knowledge. we are restricting ourselves to a particular topic, some particular documents which we are interested in, and we just want to get data out of these documents. So that's what this Google Notebook LM is doing. And here you can see these 1, 2, 3 are actually referring to those regions in the book. So if you see, this is after this first line, it says 1, which is a reference, and the abstract is showing permafrost creates risk of the environment, economy, and culture in Arctic coastal communities, and it is coming from this sustainability PDF. So where is it? I can see there is a sustainability PDF over here. And again, if I am keen to know more about it, I can click into that, and it will take me to that part of the book where it refers it most. You know what? This is amazing for doctors, for lawyers. Like lawyers have to actually search for thousands of books in reference to some case that they are doing, and then they have to find references, similarity, and then they have to quote it when they are doing the practice in their court. So instead of they going through all these books, or most probably it's the role of the juniors who is doing this, instead of that, you just have to upload all these PDFs, and you can ask Notebook LM to just find out which are the cases which are similar to this, and it will number 1, 2, 3, 4, and up to whatever you ask for, it is giving you up to 50 books you can actually upload. This is fantastic. You can it's in the dreams, not even wildest dreams of many professionals out there. I take this case of chartered accountants. When the chartered accountants are referred, they are actually referring to a lot of precursing books and documents and cases. Again, they can directly use it and find out the laws or some similar things that can be applied, and it gives them a whole new way of working and optimizing their time spent on these cases. Again, doctors have to spend many hours, and even if they are during their studies also, they have to prepare a lot of theses. Again, this tool can make their life much easier and with precise data. Again, another point that I want to say is, like, AI systems have got this inherent problem called hallucination. It is called inherent because when the data is trained, it extrapolates some cases. So if this is like this and this is like this, then a third situation should be like this, and then AI thinks that that is true, and it tells us in a very polite way and very convincing way. Instead, here as Sir said, it is grounded. That means we are giving the documents, and it is only referring to these documents, and if that question is answerable with these documents, it will tell you the answer, and if your question is out of the syllabus, then it will not tell you the answer. Let me ask one question here, like, why is the sky blue? Now I don't think it has to answer it. Okay, let me see. There is no information available here. It is not doing a hallucination. Okay, it is saying based on the information of the resources of our conversational history, there is no information available to answer your question. So that's very black and white. Like, if it knows, it will tell you. If it doesn't know, it doesn't hallucinate. It just directly tell you. So that's one amazing thing that you can see in this document. Again, you can find out the exact source from where the data was collected, and then
Welcome back to the deep dive. If you're here, you're probably looking to really get a good grasp on the impacts of permafrost thaw.
Think of students who are having who are auditory learners. Like, they have to be explained more in many concepts. So we know that there is kinesthetic learners, there are visual learners, and there is also auditory learners. So for auditory learners, we can actually put our textbook that content that we want to make into a podcast and then generate a podcast and share it with them, you can directly download it here. So once the podcast is generated, you can download it, and maybe you can share it in their in the classroom, Google Classroom, or into WhatsApp, or to their parents, so that parents will let the students hear it while they are at home. So it actually saves a lot of time, and the children are getting this kind of quality material out of a free tool for and adding to this, what if we can talk with this podcast, like a third person who is joining, like this podcast is having two voices, a male voice and a female voice, discussing this topic. What if we can also join their talk, and then we can also express our thoughts? That's one amazing thing that this tool has got. So let me do that demo for you. Okay, so this is the same thing. It is playing.
Welcome back to the deep dive. If you're here, you're probably looking to really get a good grasp on the impacts of permafrost thaw, and that's exactly what we're going to do
You can
today.
hear
We'll
it,
really
right?
dive deep into this topic and make sure you walk away with the key info.
You bet. For this deep dive, you've pulled together a really fascinating set of reports. We've got this in-depth look at
So
the
now
effects
I'm going
on
to
Northern
join
Indigenous communities from
podcast.
Firelight Research Inc. They worked with the Canadian.
Oh, wait, someone wants to join. Hey, go for it.
Hi, I am interested to know whether this permafrost thawing has got direct impact in India. I am actually from India, and we don't have much snow over here other than in the Himalayas. So what impact is it going to have to our life?
That's a really interesting question. It's great to hear from you all the way in India.
While the most direct and visible impacts of permafrost thaw are in very cold regions like Alaska and Canada, the effects are actually global.
Okay, let's unpack this. Even if you don't see much snow in most of India, the thawing of permafrost contributes to climate change.
Exactly. As we were just discussing, thawing permafrost releases significant amounts of greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane.
And these gases contribute to the overall warming of the planet, which has impacts everywhere, including...
Oh, go for it.
So I have another question. Like, if methane is getting released, how can we capture it and make it into a natural gas that we can use to cook our food? Is it that a good idea?
That's a really innovative question. It's certainly something people are thinking about.
Here's where it gets really interesting. While the idea of capturing released methane sounds promising, the reality is quite complex.
What's fascinating here is that the methane released from thawing permafrost often comes from very diffuse sources across vast landscapes.
Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine trying to capture smoke from a huge area after a big fire instead of from one specific chimney.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the sheer scale and the dispersed nature of these emissions make large...
So you can hear that the topic of that podcast got changed when I introduced another aspect into it, and now the podcast is also discussing about how, or is it possible to capture that methane and do it for something else. So I'm just showing you that this talk is actually interactive, and you can actually discuss it. Think about you discussing something with the books around you. You just asking a question into the books, the library, and the library answering to you. Should be some scene from our fantasy movies, right? From that what's the movie name? Harry Potter, right? You can go and ask the library what's the question, and the library answers it. It's what's the difference between this? See, that's what this tool is capable of, and to compare it with a market, a competitive product, I have not seen any product which or any solution which comes close to this So this is currently free. That itself is a big thing for us, especially for teachers, for students, for researchers, for doctors, for lawyers, for people who have to refer a lot of things to find out their answers. This is the one-point solution for them. And even if you go for the paid option, you have a lot of other functionalities coming to it, which all adds to the efficiency of your work. So these are some points that I just wanted to add. You all please try it out, and if you are having any doubts or any questions, please feel free to share.
Yeah, very well observed. So before we just move into a doubt solving session, I have something to share as a practical case studies. We have got more ideas that how we as a teacher we can use it, how as a professional we can use it. So I'm just going to share my screen again. I really appreciate the patience here. So there is a practical case study of a teacher that I've shared here. Again, it was shared by this Darren Coxon over LinkedIn. Afzal only shared it with us earlier. So here is how to unlock an immense potential with Google NotebookLM. Okay, so like it's pretty simple. Upload a syllabus to NotebookLM and create a podcast. In the video, I asked it to focus only on one unit of that syllabus. Okay, only on one unit. So download the podcast and add to Google Drive. Generate a transcript and then study notes using AI Studio. Add the study notes to Gamma. Gamma is again presentation utility tool, AI tool, to create an interactive study guide. Add the same study notes to Quizzes to create a test on the notes. Add the embedded codes for the audio file and quiz to Gamma. So now, see, if you are really a tech-savvy teacher, you need not be just wasting your time preparing a question paper from the content, referring to the material. You just upload this material over here. Okay, get a study note prepared, give a study note to Quizzes. Even that also, even you can, as I've shown an example that how you can get a question paper in the NotebookLM itself, but then make it in a more creative manner. Use Quizzes. Upload that same study note to Gamma for having a presentable video. Okay, so this is just an example that I'm sharing with you. Another thing, practical case study, it's a literature review for a graduate thesis. Okay, a graduate student is writing a thesis on the impact of social media on political polarization. They have collected dozens of research papers, articles, and reports. Problem: manually reading and synthesizing the vast amount of information, overwhelming, time-consuming, and prone to missing key connections. What does NotebookLM do in this? The students upload all their collected documents to NotebookLM, all the literature review PDFs uploaded to NotebookLM. They use NotebookLM to generate summaries of each document, focusing on key findings and methodologies. They ask NotebookLM specific questions like, what are the common arguments about the role of algorithms in polarization and how different studies measure polarization? They use NotebookLM citation tracking to ensure accurate referencing. Outcome, the student efficiently identifies key themes, synthesizes diverse perspectives, and produces a well-supported and comprehensive literature review, saving significant time. So, if you're going to personally go through all the literature review, you're going to spend around 8 to 10 days. Then again, summarizing it, finalizing it. And now if you got the relatable content, just upload it. Within 1 hour, you are ready with your literature review. Depending upon how your questions are there. Another case study, contractual analysis for legal firm. A legal firm is reviewing a complex merger agreement with numerous clauses and appendices. Problem: manually reviewing the entire contract for potential risk and inconsistency is tedious and prone to human error. This is very important, prone to human error. NotebookLM application. The firm uploads the contract into NotebookLM. They use NotebookLM to extract key clauses related to liabilities, indemnification, and termination. They ask NotebookLM to identify potential inconsistency between different sections of the contract. They ask questions like, what are the financial risks associated with this clause, or summarize all clauses related to intellectual property. Outcome, the firm quickly identifies potential legal risks, ensures compliance, and saves valuable time in the review process. Okay, another study 3, market research analysis for startup. So if someone is going for a startup and want to go for market analysis, how this can be useful? A startup is launching a new product and has collected numerous markets, research reports, competitor analysis, and customer feedback documents. Problem, synthesizing this diverse data to identify key market trends and customer needs and challenging. How NotebookLM will helpful? The startup uploads all market research documents to NotebookLM. They use NotebookLM to generate summaries for each report, focus on key findings and insights. They can ask questions like, what are the key trends in target market? What are the strengths and weaknesses of our competitors? Just for summarization, outcome, the startup gains a clear understanding of the market landscape, identifies key opportunities, and develops data-driven marketing strategy. Case study 4, investigating journalism report. So in the field of journalism, how this can be useful? An investigative journalist is researching a complex story involving numerous documents, including government records, emails, and witness testimonies. Organizing, analyzing this vast amount of information to identify key connections and inconsistencies is challenging. The journalist uploads all documents to NotebookLM. They use NotebookLM to extract key facts, identify potential inconsistencies, and generate summaries. They ask NotebookLM to identify a relationship between different individuals and events. They ask for timelines for events based on uploaded documents. The journalist uncovers key insights, establishes a clear narrative, and produces a well-supported investigative report. Another, probably this is one of the last ones. Okay, curriculum development for online course. Like if you are a teacher, okay, and if you want to create an online curriculum for your online course, an educator is developing an online course on climate change and needs to synthesize information in various scientific reports, articles, and educational resources. Problem, organizing and synthesizing this information to create a coherent and engaging curriculum is time-consuming. Solution, the educator uploads all relevant documents to NotebookLM. They use NotebookLM to generate summaries of complex scientific reports, focusing on key concepts and data. They ask NotebookLM to identify key learning objectives and create outlines for course modules. They ask it to generate potential quiz questions based on their uploaded material. Outcome, the educator creates a well-structured, informative online course, saving significant time in curriculum development. So these are few of the case studies. So a case study for curriculum development, if I just roll that, okay, for journalism, okay, for startup, for legal form, contractual analysis, okay, for literature review for graduates. So I've just taken the 5 case studies. I'm giving you a broad idea about how NotebookLM can be useful to you. So there we come to the end of the presentation. I'm opening the chat for discussions. Okay, you are now you can unmute yourself. You can ask your questions if you have any, and I shall be sharing. Yes, I shall be sharing a feedback form link. In this feedback form link, you have to just be mindful that you input your data correctly, because all the certificates will be auto-generated. It will be automatically emailed to you. So if you are mentioning your email in a wrong manner, you will not be delivered the certificate. So I'm just sharing the feedback form link. Kindly be patient for a while, and you can unmute and you can ask the question. Afzal or I will be able to answer it.
Dolly ma'am, you can unmute and speak.
Yeah, hi. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you for the insight shared on this tool, sir. My question is that how can this be of use in senior secondary or even higher education mathematics?
For mathematics, these tools keep a little bit of bandwidth, they keep away from one topic, that is mathematics, because there is a big chance for it to give a wrong answer or a wrong solution. But it definitely generates question papers, but the key may be wrong. So they definitely put that clause there. It may not be very good in terms of maths, but the question paper can be generated and analysis can be done. But when you look into the keys, maybe some errors could be there.
Okay.
Sharda, do you want to add anything to that?
Now, I think what you said is correct. I'm not sure about what mathematical outcomes, but from with this particular question, what Madam has asked right now, it just came to my mind. It's a brilliant tool. I wanted to share one more example with you. You can feel free to ask questions in between. I'm just sharing my screen again. See, I'm an outsider. I'm not in Indian context. I want to, like, there is a lot of hype about Ramayana and Mahabharata, the epics. Okay. I don't know what Ramayana. I'm from China, maybe from Germany or Russia. I don't know what it is. But I see that people are now speaking a lot of things about Ramayana. I know what it is. So what I did was, I'll just give an example. Like, it's a very good thing. Let me just show you that. I'm just sharing the screen. So I just quickly surfed the internet and I asked for a PDF on Ramayana. Okay. So, and I got this PDF of R.K. Narayan's Ramayana retelling. Okay. Okay, it's R.K. Narayan's retelling of Indian epic, the Ramayana. Okay, so this is something. Okay, now what is Ramayana about? I don't know about anything about Ramayana. A profound influence narrative and tradition in Indian human history. See here, particularly India and Southeast Asia. It is a story of Ram, okay, who unjustly exiled prince who considered. Okay. Okay, now next question. Who is Ram and what are the other characters in this PDF? Okay, so you got Ram is the central figure of Ramayana, firstborn king of Dashrath. Then Dashrath is there, Sita is there, Lakshman is there, Bharat is there, Kaikai is there, Kuni is there, Vishwamitra, Hanuman, Ravana, Sugriv, Vali, Jatayu, Vaishishta. Just see the beauty of this. Okay, now very important. This is RK. This is Ramayana of RK Narayan. Okay, now I got another Ramayana. I'll just show you. I've got another Ramayana from Gutenberg project. I don't know what this Gutenberg project is, but there is another Ramayana, which is a very big PDF. So I just took the small PDF earlier. Okay. Now, say for example, there is another question asked. How is Ram related to Bharat? Okay, son of Dashrath, succession conflict, Bharat's reaction, everything is there. See, Ram's affection, happy reunion. Okay, are half brothers, both sons of King Dashrath of Ayodhya. See? So anything you can ask any damn thing. Why did Ram go to exile? So here it is. So the beauty of this is, again, this is not going to show you from anywhere from the internet. It is going to show you from the content that you have uploaded. Okay. Shri Vidya ma'am, you want to ask a question? Please unmute yourself and ask the question.
Good evening, sir. Actually, I have posted my question here about the literature review.
Literature review. Let me just see. You have posted a question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Literature review, if we are getting from this NotebookLM, whether it will be considered of fair use, because at the end, they will be checking for plagiarism, right? So, AI use, will it be found?
I cannot be directly answering this question, but yeah, plagiarism has to be detected through another tool of AI that we can manage it out. But, if you're going for a literature review, this is going to give you a review based on the questions that you are going to input. Okay, one moment, Kanta ma'am. So it is going to give you, review based on the questions you're going to ask in the chat box. So in case if you have got say 10 literature reviews and upload all those 10 reviews into this as sources into this chat box, and then you can always select one. What are the findings of this review? select two, second PDF, what are the findings of this review? So you can have all those findings in one line. Then again, select the first one, you can say what are the conclusions. You select second, what are the conclusions, and likewise you can directly go and mention all these things in a report. I don't think that will have any plagiarism in it. That's another thing.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Sir, I have to go for another meeting now.
All right, Afzal, so nice of you to join us.
Just before leaving, I wanted to say one more point. Like officially, this tool doesn't support Indian languages per se, but I tried with Malayalam. Okay, Malayalam is one of the most complex languages out there. Even Google sometimes gives a totally wrong answer with their Google Translate. So we uploaded the 10th standard textbook from the Kerala syllabus into this book, this tool, and then started asking questions from the question paper. And it was giving the right answer and also referring to where it got the answer. So it's actually working.
So
officially, they are.
You have to keep on trying these things. At times, they will not announce that they have started to support the language. As of now, they mentioned that their Indian vernacular languages are not supported. Only international languages like English, Spanish, okay, or Italian or something. Those kind of languages are supported. Around 100 languages they have mentioned they are supporting, but vernacular languages of Indian continent is not supporting. Kantana, you have a question?
So, someone asked about Sanskrit. Yes, you can try it out. I believe it will give you the right answer. Sir, with your permission, let me leave.
So nice of you, Afzal. So nice of you to join us. Thank you very much for expertise and time.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir, my question was, this is
Yes.
related to the plagiarism only, but I
Yes.
don't think there will be plagiarism because once or twice I have also used through different AI tools because we have compiled in such a manner and very specific data when we are collecting, then I don't think the plagiarism question will be arise because till now I have not faced that this kind of any problem.
Very well. Thanks for the input, ma'am.
That was in reference to the previous question.
Yeah.
Now
And
my question is,
yes.
yeah, my question is, if you say that 50 documents we can upload, that is specifically to create one notebook, right?
Yes.
Tomorrow again I'm sitting and doing the work and again 50 another documents
Yes,
I can upload
yes.
and all 50 sources it will extract and the conclusion will give it.
No, here again, the thing you have to understand is, say, for example, in this particular notebook, I've uploaded 2 PDFs over here. Okay. So
Right.
out of this, if you want to interact with only one, okay, select the one they want to interact. If you want to
Right.
select all, then you select all of them.
Okay, so if I'm selecting all relevant information from 5 to 10 documents, it will extract from all the 5 documents and then give me concluding
Yes,
information,
yes.
right?
So if
Thank
you
you so
say
much. Thank you.
upload 10 literature review documents, okay, and you
Right.
say that you want to say learn about what are the findings in all these 10, okay,
Right.
then select all. You can just mention what are the findings of this content or this research.
Very good, very good. Thank you so much.
So it's a
sir.
matter of trial. Even we haven't traveled to that level, but I think the more you use
I'll
it,
try
the
and
more
let
you will
you
refine it.
I'll try and give you the feedback.
Thank you, ma'am.
Whether
Thank you
it is
very much.
working. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Unnati ma'am, you have a question?
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just wanted to know how to, go about this open it and all because from the beginning of the workshop, I want to be able to join in the beginning. So I just wanted to know the steps. Will you be able to
So
say?
the steps is you have to type down notebooklm.google.com. This is the
All right.
URL.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Once you see, if you're using it for the first time, you will be given with a declaration. You read the declaration, and there is no other option. You have to just press OK for it. Okay. So then you will be given with this thing. This kind of a scenario will come in front of you. You can upload sources. So if you got a source to upload, you just drag and drop it over here. Okay, and it will upload this is how it will open up. So
Yeah.
the only difference is if you're not logged into the browser, if you're not signed in, okay, in this, then you will be asked to sign in first. So since I was already signed in with my user, okay, it didn't ask me to sign in. So
All right.
ultimately, what happens is all these notebooks, okay, all these NotebookLM this particular tool will be adjoining with your email ID, Gmail
Email
ID.
ID. Yeah.
Then you can access it anywhere, wherever you log in, you can access that content.
Sure, sir. One more question related to plagiarism tool. Can you please tell me which tool are you using for this?
There are multi. I'm not using them as of now, but there are multiple tools. There is called Quilt, Quilt. There is one tool called Quilt to detect plagiarism, and it is also
Okay.
be helpful that if you upload a document, it will also, you want to create a new paper out of it. It will also help you to create a paper without plagiarism, with minimum plagiarism. Okay, so
All right.
there are different tools for it.
Yeah. Thank you
Yes,
so much for answering so promptly. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right.
Yes,
So good evening, sir. Sir, good evening, sir.
Good
Sir,
evening,
I
ma'am.
just wanted to check it out that for, as Dolly ma'am said, for maths and physics, I don't think it will be able to write the question. Simple statements will work, but numericals, etc., I don't think it'll be able to type the symbols.
Yeah, it won't be able to write symbols. So basically, see, this is what this is a tool for learning. Okay, so we have to keep an effort on also trying. So I shared an example how you can make use of the say this tool to generate papers or something like. So I shared this example again. Share it with you.
Yes, for true and false and for MCQs that I saw. But
Sorry?
for MCQs, the one you showed that I saw over here right now.
Yeah. So no, the case studies. Okay, I'm just showing you how you can make use of this tool.
Yes, even in quizzes, sir, I'm facing this problem. Even in quizzes, even in Kahoot, the symbols we need to type every time.
Yeah.
Whether it's Microsoft,
there is another tool for maths. I don't remember right now, but for maths there is another such tool. It will be very much helpful.
Mathematician, that
Equatio, yeah, Equatio.
Equatio.
Exactly, yeah. You
That's
can try
but
using
again,
it.
again, our efforts remain the same. Whatever tools we are using, our efforts remain the same.
Yes, unfortunately, because it has its own limitations.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So this was all about NotebookLM. I hope that you found this session to be useful. I've already shared the feedback form link. Please fill it up and fetch your certificates. You will be automatically receiving the certificates based on the name, organization, details that you input, and the email. It will be emailed to you. So please be mindful that you input your correct email ID.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining and sharing your time, spending your time with us. And
Right.
we shall be
Thank you
again
so
be
much,
back
sir.
with another such interesting tool.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Sir, there is one more question that when I am filling the form, it shows 0 out of 0 points. I don't know what's the point.
Just don't focus on it because it's a certificate. I use the quiz tool to generate just the certificates. So basically, it's a quiz add-on that I've added to the form, and with the help of that, I'm generating just the certificates. So there is no score to be considered here.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for joining.